Hi everybody, Jed Johnson here from dieselcrew.com. This video is for the Gripboard records list, specifically how to perform an inch dumbbell deadlift as per the rules and regulations of the site. Mainly, this is to show what we're looking for the lockout. It has been brought up that it is not possible to lock out the inch dumbbell when straddling it and when using a neutral grip. And really that's not the case. You can do it. First off, just to show, the straddle position is when you're standing around the dumbbell. Inch dumbbell between the legs. The neutral grip is when you're looking at the dumbbell and it runs like this. Okay, so when you place your grip on the implement, your hand will be in neutral. A pronated grip or an overhand grip is when the inch dumbbell is turned and the bells are positioned like this. When you grip it, your hand will be in an overhand or a pronated position. Those are the two main ways to grip the inch dumbbell in the straddle. There's also the suitcase position where the dumbbell lies out to the side. All of these techniques are perfectly acceptable. All these positions are acceptable for the list. Now, like I said, the discrepancy has been with the straddle position and the neutral grip. So what I'm going to do right now is show you that it is possible to lock the inch dumbbell out in this position. Now, the problem I think most people have is when they're lifting like this, they have their lat fired very hard and their arm is tight against their body. When that happens, yes, you end up hitting yourself either in the material of your pants or in your junk. So that is the case. What you have to do is one of two things. Either you have to allow the inch dumbbell to drift out in front in order to pull your body to lockout, or as you pick it up, you have to let the inch dumbbell turn so that when it comes up, you're going to have that clearance. You're not going to have to worry about that back bell striking your body anywhere. Now, take note, when we're talking about lockout, we're looking at knees, hips, and the offhand shoulder. Because you've got to pull the inch dumbbell out slightly, this shoulder is not going to lock out. But you can definitely pull so that the other shoulder is in the lockout position. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Let me chalk up. Okay, so this is the straddle position with the hand in neutral. And I'm going to try to keep the neutral grip on this attempt. Now I'm going to attempt to do it off to the side so that you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see everything is in alignment on the offhand side. So what I mean by that is the lifting hand is the right hand, the offhand side is the left. Didn't quite get there. So hopefully you can see there, the right shoulder hits lockout. The left shoulder doesn't, because when gripping the inch and having it out in front of the body in order to reach that lockout position, the shoulder is pulled forward. I guess we call it protracted. There's a slight rotation of the thoracic spine. Now, as I mentioned, you can also perform the lockout or perform the lift by allowing the dumbbell to turn slightly as you move upward. So that's what I'm going to demonstrate next. So this time as I lift, I'm going to allow the inch to turn So I'm going to move from the neutral position to the pronated position. Didn't quite happen like I'd like to. I ended up actually having to actively turn it. So since my endurance is a little bit low for this, I'm going to switch over to a different dumbbell with similar measurements as the inch dumbbell, so you can see exactly what I mean without having to take a bunch of attempts. So here's the lift. I'm going to start in the straddle position, hand in neutral, and it's going to turn over into pronation at the top. Naturally, you can begin the lift with the inch dumbbell already rotated, and the grip can be in pronation. This is a little bit more difficult, but it's perfectly acceptable. And for some people, it may actually be easier. Pronated grip. You can see there, with this 120-pound dumbbell, I still can't really pull this shoulder back. It would be quite difficult for the muscles to pull that without having the dumbbell ride up the body. From the side, and then, like I said, you can perform a suitcase lift where the dumbbell's off to the side. This is even more difficult in this position because of where the inch dumbbell lies. But what's nice about that technique is you're able to easily lock out both shoulders. Hopefully this video helps everybody out. Any of those techniques are acceptable for the list, and for further detail on the rules, just check out the actual list on the grip board. Any questions, please feel free to contact me, whether it's by email, through my website, through Facebook, or through the grip board private messaging system. Thanks, all the best for your training. Take care.